Nightfall, this video will totally change how you see North Korea's Kim Jong-un. Because I'm about to tell you the never heard before secrets of the world's most mysterious leader. First of all, Kim Jong-un has an army of 130 scientists whose only job is to keep him at low risk of death. He needs them because he loves to eat a lot. And heavy eating is not Kim's only risk to life. He also loves to smoke Yves Saint Laurent cigarettes and drink Johnny Walker whiskey. Next, let's talk about the mystery around his birthday. His government says it was on January 8th, 1982, but North Korea's founder Kim Il-sung turned 70 that year, while his father Kim Jong-il turned 40. Three people's birthdays so nicely spaced out. Now that is a convenient coincidence. Now, let us spice up this video. What do you think Kim's love life is like? Well, apparently it exists. Not many people know this, but Kim has a cheerleader wife, Ri Sol-yu. They are believed to have 3 children, but their kids' ages remain a mystery. This guy is truly the world's most mysterious ruler. Now, since we talk about ruling the country, did you know that Kim Jong-un was never the first choice? His eldest brother, Kim Jong-nam, is the true heir to the regime, but he was said to be rejected after going to Tokyo Disneyland with a fake passport. But here is the juicy part. Kim Jong-nam was critical of his own father's government. He actually wanted changes in North Korea, but somehow the vicious Kim Jong-un secured the throne. No one knows what North Korea would look like if Kim Jong-nam came to power. And unfortunately, we will never know, because conveniently he was assassinated in 2017. What are the chances that Kim Jong-un himself planned the assassination of his brother? Now that is some crazy info, but in the past Kim Jong-un was actually pretty normal. To many people's surprise, Kim Jong-un studied in Switzerland. He was a shy student named Un Pak, and he enjoyed typical teenage stuff. He played combat games on Sony PlayStation. He was fascinated with aircraft and machines. He watched a lot of kung fu movies, especially the ones with Jackie Chan, and his teacher once caught him hiding a bondage porn magazine.
I say to the North, do not underestimate us, and do not try us.
Kim Jong-un was also a huge fan of Michael Jordan. He spent hours doing pencil drawings of him at school. He loved the NBA so much he always wore Adidas tracksuits and Air Max sneakers. When he got older, he invited MJ and Dennis Rodman to North Korea. Only one of them said yes. In fact, Kim Jong-un and Dennis Rodman became so close, it was Dennis who first revealed that Kim has a daughter named Ju.
He has to do his job, but he's a very good guy.
For the past few months, Kim Jong-un disappeared from the public eye. And now people are coming up with the most interesting theories. What if Kim Jong-un is already dead? What if the guy posing for pictures is just a body double? What if his sister Kim Jo-young has secretly taken over the throne? For a country as secretive as North Korea, no one knows for certain. But one thing we all know is that somewhere on planet North Korea there is a family guy who doesn't like to talk about his age, who loves to eat, drink and smoke, a guy who plays video games, loves basketball and kung fu movies, the same guy who's considered one of the most vicious and ruthless leaders, in many ways is just like you and me. And that's why I rate it a wow fact. Nightfall. What you're about to see is one of the most insane escapes from North Korea. This is an exclusive CCTV footage from the channel Military Notes. On this crazy video we can see a 24-year-old North Korean soldier attempting an escape. He uses a military car driving as fast as he can, and he knows that he is about to risk his life for freedom. His goal is to reach the only border where North and South Korean soldiers stand face to face. Here is where the true danger starts for him. The guards get in contact for the first time. As he drives past them, they need to capture this guy or they will get in huge trouble. At some point, a tragedy happens. The car crashes right in front of the border and he has no choice. He literally has to run for his life while the North Korean guards are shooting at him. This looks like a movie. Tens of bullets shot towards him, multiple managed to hit him. Yet somehow, to big surprise of the soldiers, he kept on running despite getting hit. At this point, the soldiers knew they messed up and restarted the chase. They all came together, and one can only imagine what they spoke about. Little did they know that the 24-year-old soldier was hidden right on the border. He ended up very wounded and almost dead. Now, before I tell you what happened to the soldier, by now most of us know how it feels to be in a lockdown. Imagine how it is for people who have been living in isolation and mystery all their life. This should be a reminder for us to appreciate whatever freedom we have. When it comes to this guy, later at night South Korean army noticed him and crawled to rescue him. And to my extreme happiness, he made it. He was treated and survived. Just imagine being him and waking up in hospital in South Korea, finally realizing you have freedom and you aren't in North Korea. After waking up, he said he was extremely scared when he felt someone dragging him because he thought it was North Korean soldiers who were dragging him back. And to help you understand why anyone would ever decide to go through an escape like this, North Korea is tough. Women can only choose from 18 hairstyles, men from 28. Colorful clothes can't be worn. You cannot watch foreign movies or shows unless they are smuggled. Military service for men is 10 years. Traveling to different places within the country may be allowed, but with many restrictions, and punishments for different violations can go from public shaming to even death. That's why some people decide to go through this even while knowing that most of them never make it. As we sometimes forget how much we have to be grateful for, may this story be a reminder that you and me, we live in the world many could die for. Nightfall. Let's talk about love and sex in North Korea. See, when you think of North Korea, you probably think of three things: nuclear bombs, this guy, and no freedom. But what you should be really thinking is, how in the hell do people date there? I mean, everyone falls in love, right? So how do you fall in love in one of the most repressed and old-fashioned countries in the world? Let's find out. One of the biggest problems in North Korea is that it's quite sexist. Some women are being forced into marriage as a reward to men for their good behavior and service to the country. Just listen to this one woman who managed to escape North Korea and now she lives elsewhere. When asked about the difference in dating a man from North Korea and other men, she said this.
북한 사람은 가부장적이다. 무뚝뚝하고 집안의 일은 당연히 여자가 해야 되고 밖에 일은 남자가 해야 되고 여자 일을 전혀 안 도와줘요.
Do you think this is sexist? Well, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because people in North Korea are so old-fashioned that women cannot ride a bicycle because it is considered sexual for a woman to have something in between of her legs. To make love even harder, men have a 10 years long military service. So it is very difficult to find time to date until their assignment is done. That's why in the end, marriage is often two families coming together to consolidate resources. And speaking of resources, the next example some of you may like and some may not. On dates, it is mandatory that men would always pay for everything. It is literally considered rude if a woman touches her purse. Other than that, North Korea is so old-fashioned when it comes to love that showing any affection publicly is strongly discouraged. No hugging, no kissing, and even no holding hands. And I don't mean no holding hands for kids only. I mean no holding hands in public, no matter how old you are. For North Koreans, all these limits start right from when they are born. Dating in school is literally considered an offense and can get you kicked out from school. As a result, in North Korea, majority of people keep their relationships as a secret for years until they know they want to get married. Only then can you tell your parents that you are dating. Now, what you've all been waiting for. What about sex? Well, I don't think you will be surprised by it, but casual sex is a huge problem. To make things even worse, sex education in North Korea does not exist. So a lot of people literally don't know what sex is until late in life. And of course, with their own version of the internet, there is no Tinder or any dating sites in North Korea. So no sexting allowed either. All of this is very ironic, especially because their leader is known to have sex slaves. No sex, no love, no freedom, no affection, nothing. With all honesty, I feel quite sad and I hope all North Koreans will be saved one day. Until then, let's use them as a reminder. As we are caught up in our privileged lives swiping left and right on Tinder, it's good to remember that somewhere in the world there are people who live in a place where love is almost illegal. Where seemingly the simplest things like holding hands or hugging are banned, and where youngsters can get kicked out from school for dating. Where marriages are often arranged and where women are treated like tokens. It's good to remember that we are so lucky. So let's appreciate the people we have in our lives and the freedom to love.